Welcome my dear students. Now exercise 7.3 we are going to solve the problems in that. Here we are going to apply only the two things. The one is Rolle's theorem. So what is the statement of Rolle's theorem? If f is a continuous function on the closed interval and differentiable on the open interval, and third condition is f of a equal to f of b, then there exists a point c belongs to the open interval satisfying the condition first derivative equal to 0, that is f dash of c equal to 0. Okay. So first question, explain why Rolle's theorem is not applicable for the following functions in the respective intervals. So first subdivision, f of x equal to absolute value of 1 by x, where x belongs to closed interval minus 1 comma 1. So we have to, it is given in the question clearly why not applicable. That means any one of the three conditions of Rolle's theorem fails. So find which condition fails. Okay. So what is the first condition? Continuous on the closed interval. So continuous means f of x exists and limit f of x exists and it is equal to limit extends to c, f of x equal to f of c. All the three conditions satisfies, then it is continuous at c, otherwise discontinuous at c. So if it is not continuous at a single point means it is not continuous on the whole interval. That is the conclusion. So now look at here. The given function is absolute value of 1 by x. So 0 lies in this interval. For example, if we take, okay, x equal to 0, okay, so 1 by 0, modulus of 1 by 0, that is infinity. So when x equal to 0, f of x not defined. Okay. So at x equal to 0, f of x is not continuous. Okay. That's why Rolle's theorem is not applicable. Okay. No need to check the second and third question. First condition itself fails. Therefore, here right, therefore the Rolle's theorem is not applicable. It is discontinuous at single point means it is not continuous on the whole interval. You have to write it. F of x is not continuous on close minus 1 comma 1. Therefore, Rolle's theorem is not applicable. Conclude your answer. Second subdivision, f of x equal to tan x and the interval 0 comma pi. So I think already we know that. So tan function is piecewise continuous. For example, minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Okay. And this is pi and it is 3 pi by 2. Okay. So I think all you know that. So the diagram graph of the tan. So it is going like this between. Okay. So it is going on this side. So this is the graph of the tan function. So for odd multiple of pi by 2, so it does not exist. So listen here. What is that? The limit is 0 to pi. It is 0 and pi. Okay. So it is divided into 2. 0 to pi by 2, pi by 2 to pi. So when we are putting, so tan x means we can put sin x by cos x. When you are putting cos pi by 2, anything by, so sin pi by 2 is 1, cos pi by 2 is 0. Okay, 1 by 0 is infinity. So, what is that? It does not exist. F of x does not exist at x equal to pi by 2. Therefore, f of x is not continuous at x equal to pi by 2. Therefore, it is discontinuous on the whole interval. Therefore, f of x is not continuous on close 0 comma pi. So finally conclude your answer. That's why Rolle's theorem is not applicable. Subdivision 3, question number 1 in the exercise 7.3. f of x equal to x minus 2 into log x, where x belongs to the interval 2 comma 7 closed interval. So obviously it is continuous function. continuous sum of two continuous function is again continuous. So f of x is continuous on close 2,7 and f of x is differentiable on open 2,7. If you find out the derivative for any value between 2 and 7, it does not becomes infinity first derivative. That's why first derivative exists. So f of x is differentiable. So we need to check the third one, f of a equal to f of b or not. So f of me mean 2, f of 2, put x equal to 2, 2 minus log 2, okay. So f of 7 means 7 minus 2 log 7. So it is obviously f of 2 not equal to f of 7, no need to check it, okay. So therefore Rolle's theorem, what is that? The Rolle's theorem is not applicable. We can conclude our answer. Third condition fails. For first and second first condition itself fails. Here this one satisfies first and second condition, but third condition fails. That's why the Rolle's theorem is not applicable. Number 2, the question is, using Rolle's theorem, determine for what values of x the tangent is parallel to x-axis for the following functions. Already we know the concept. The tangent is parallel to x-axis means dy by dx equal to 0. That means f dash of x equal to 0. Okay. Slope equal to 0, m equal to 0. That is the concept. It is the condition of Rolle's theorem. That's why we can apply Rolle's theorem to find at which point the tangent is parallel to x-axis. So the first subdivision is f of x equal to x square minus x, where x belongs to close interval 0, 1. Okay. So obviously it is a polynomial function. Already told you all the polynomial functions are continuous, no need to check. Okay. So f of x is continuous on close 0, 1. So differentiation is, what is the differentiation? 2x minus 1. So if you put any value, it does not becomes infinity. So f of x is differentiable, okay, on open 0, 1. Okay. So now check the third condition, f of a equal to f of b. Find out f of 0. So 0 minus 0, 0. And f of 1, 1 minus 1, again 0. So f of 0 equal to f of 1. So all the three conditions of Rolle's theorem satisfied. Therefore, by Rolle's theorem, okay, there exists a point, there exists at least one value, okay, there exists at least a point C belongs to open 0, 1 such that f dash of C equal to 0. So we can find out at least one point satisfying this condition, okay. So what is the first derivative? 2x minus 1, we have to put x equal to c. So 2c minus 1, so equate to 0, c equal to 1 by 2, okay, c equal to 1 by 2, it exists, it is not the suitable value. When it belongs to that open interval, then only it is suitable value. So obviously 1 by 2 belongs to the interval 0, 1. So at x equal to 1 by 2, the tangent is parallel to x-axis. So listen here, second subdivision, second question, exercise 7.3. f of x equal to x square minus 2x by x plus 2, and x belongs to close interval minus 1, 6. So if any value, if you put any value from the interval denominator not 0, and obviously all rational functions are continuous when the denominator not equal to 0. Therefore we can write directly f of x is continuous, okay, on close minus 1, 6. f of x is, obviously the differentiation exists. If you put any value in the derivative, it's not infinity. Therefore, f of x is differentiable on open minus 1 comma 6. So find out f of minus 1, put x equal to minus 1 the whole square plus 1. So plus 2 by minus into minus plus, okay. So minus 1 plus 2, 1. So answer 3. Find out f of 6, put x equal to 6, 36 minus 12 by, what is that? 6 plus 2, 8, okay. So 24 by 8, 3. So f of minus 1 equal to f of 6. All the three conditions of Rolle's theorem satisfied. Therefore, there exists a point C belongs to, okay. Therefore, by Rolle's theorem, all the problems, the same steps, okay. There exists C belongs to open minus 1 comma 6 such that f dash of C equal to 0. My dear student, we have to find out the first derivative, okay, and equate to 0. It is in the form, quotient form. So u by v the whole dash, we have to apply the quotient rule for the derivative. V u dash minus u v dash by v square. So f dash of x equal to, okay, so first denominator v square, x plus 2 the whole square, okay, and v x plus 2 into differentiation of x square minus 2x. So 2x minus 2, 2x minus 2 minus, okay, what is that? X square minus 2x, x square minus 2x into differentiation of this one, 1. So not needed. So simplify this. So 2x square minus 2x, okay, plus 4x minus 4, and the next one minus x square plus 2x by x plus 2 the whole square. So plus 2x minus 2x cancel, okay. So 2x square minus x square, okay, plus 4x minus 4 by x plus 2 the whole square. So f dash of C equal to 0, which implies the numerator equal to 0. So C square plus 4C minus 4 equal to 0, okay. If factorization is possible, factorize it. Otherwise, use the formula, a quadratic equation solution, okay. So apply the formula to solve a quadratic equation. C equal to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. So minus 4 plus or minus root of, okay, 16 minus 4ac. So 16 plus 16 by 2, okay. So minus 2 plus or minus, what is that? So what is that? 2 times 16. So that can be written as 4 root 2 by 2 divided by 2. We are getting minus 1 plus or minus 2 root 2. Sorry my student, here 4. So 4. So divided by 2. So we are getting minus 2 plus or minus 2 root 2. We have to check both the values belongs to the given open interval. So root 2 means 1.4. So 1.4 into 2, 2.8. If we take plus minus 2 plus 2.8, 0.8 belongs to that interval. If we take minus 2 root 2, it is minus 6.8. It is not belongs to the interval. So x equal to minus 2 plus 2 root 2 alone the suitable value. We get two values plus or minus. Minus 2 plus 2 root 2 that belongs to the open interval. Minus 2 minus 2 root 2 does not belongs to the open interval. That's why we have to neglect that value. So it is the value x equal to minus 2 plus 2 root 2 is the value where the tangent is parallel to x-axis. So it is continuous, that is a combination of two continuous, again a continuous function. So continuous in the closed interval 0, 9 and obviously differentiable on the open interval 0, 9 If you want, you can check it. Differentiation exists, and you can find out f of 0. F of 0 is 0. F of 9 means root of 9 is 3. Okay. So 3 minus 9 by 3. So 3 minus 3, 0. So f of 9, 0 equal to f of 9. Therefore, by Rolle's theorem, all the three conditions satisfied. There exists a point C belongs to the open interval 0, 9, such that first derivative equal to 0. So what is the first derivative? Root x differentiation 1 by 2 into root x. Remember the formula? Differentiation of root x is 1 by 2 into root x, and minus 1 by 3 is constant. Differentiation of x is 1. Okay. So f dash of c equal to 0, which implies 1 by 2 into root c equal to, minus 1 by 3 equal to 0. If we change the side, it becomes 1 by 3. So if we simplify, take the reciprocal and simplify, we are getting, okay, root c equal to 3 by 2, squaring on both sides, c equal to 9 by 4. It belongs to the open interval 0, 9. 9 by 4 na 2 point something. Okay. So x equal to 9 by 4 is the value where the tangent is parallel to x axis. Here conclude your answer. At x equal to 9 by 4, the tangent is parallel to x axis. That is the conclusion. So question number 3, the question is, explain why Lagrange's law of mean is not applicable for the following functions in the respective intervals. First subdivision. Question number 3, first subdivision. F of x equal to x plus 1 by x. Already told you, Lagrange's law of mean means it must satisfy two conditions: continuous on the closed interval and differentiable on the open interval. Continuous means first it must be defined and limit exists and it is equal to f of x. So closed interval minus 1, 2, 0 lie on this interval. If we put x equal to 0, denominator becomes 0. It is a rational expression. So f of x is not defined at x equal to 0. So f of x is not continuous at x equal to 0. Okay. Not continuous at x equal to 0 means not continuous on the whole interval. F of x is not continuous on close minus 1, 2. Therefore, the Lagrange's law of mean is not applicable. Here, write the conclusion. Therefore, the Lagrange's law of mean is not applicable. So, look at here. Second subdivision, f of x equal to modulus of or absolute value of 3x plus 1, where x belongs to close minus 1, 3. My dear student, listen. Absolute value function means automatically it is not differentiable. Okay. So look at the graph of the function. Modulus absolute value function is always V-shaped curve. Okay. When we equate this to 0, we are getting x equal to minus 1 by 3. So it is minus 1 by 3. So up to this one. So if you find out the left derivative and right derivative, left derivative is 1 by 3 and right derivative is minus 1 by 3, both are not equal. Therefore, it is not differentiable at x equal to minus 1 by 3. Obviously, it is continuous. All the absolute value functions are continuous. So, f of x is continuous on close minus 1, 3, but it is not differentiable, okay, at x equal to minus 1 by 3. Therefore, f of x is not differentiable on open interval minus 1 by 3. Already told you, a person is a good, okay, or a wise man means he must be always good. Okay, that's why it is not differentiable at a single point means it is not differentiable on the whole interval. So finally conclude your answer. That's why the Lagrange's law of mean is not applicable. Number 4 in the exercise 7.3, the question is, using Lagrange's law of mean, determine the value of x at which the tangent is parallel to the secant line at the end points given in the given interval. So that is a question. So already told you, when we are seeing the definition of statement of Lagrange's law of mean, so at what point on the open interval satisfying the condition f dash of t, c, that means the first derivative equal to f of b minus f of a by b minus a. So a and b are the end points. So at point c, the tangent is parallel to the secant line. So we need to check only the condition of Lagrange's law of mean. So look at the first subdivision in the fourth question. F of x equal to x cube minus 3x plus 2 and the interval minus 2 comma 2, closed interval minus 2 comma 2. It is a polynomial function, obviously continuous on the closed interval, differentiable on the open interval, both exist. Therefore by mean value theorem, or if you want you can write Lagrange's law of mean. There exists a point belongs to the open interval satisfying the condition first derivative equal to f of b minus f of a by b minus a. So what is the first derivative? 3x square minus 3. So 3c square minus 3. So which is equal to, so find out what is f of 2. So f of 2 means put x equal to 2. So 2 cube is 8. Okay, minus 6 plus 2. So 10 minus 6 is 4. Find out f of minus 2. So minus 8. Okay. So plus 6 plus 2. So that is 0. So use the value here. So 4 minus 0 by 2 minus of minus 2 becomes plus 2. So 3c square minus 3 equal to, so what is the value? 1. 3c square equal to 4. C square equal to 4 by 3. So 3c square equal to 4. C square equal to 4 by 3. C equal to plus or minus 2 by root 3. Okay. So 2 by root 3 plus and minus. So we have to check both the values belongs to that interval or not. So here what we can put? 2 by 1.73, it is point something. So both the values belongs to the interval. So belongs to open minus 2 comma 2. So x equal to plus or minus 2 by root 3 is the point where the tangent is parallel to the secant line. Subdivision 2, question number 4. Our aim is to find out at what point of x the tangent is parallel to the secant line. That is the value of c which satisfies the condition of Lagrange's law of mean, that is a suitable value. So f of x equal to x minus 2 into x minus 3, it is product of two factors. So we can, for easy understanding, we can write it as x square minus sum of the roots into product of the roots. So it can be written as x square minus sum of the roots plus product of the roots, simply. Okay. So obviously polynomial function f of x is continuous on closed interval 3 comma 11 and f of x is differentiable. Obviously differentiation exists for all values in the open interval. Okay, differentiation exists. Therefore by mean value theorem, okay, or Lagrange's law of mean, there exists a point c belongs to the open interval satisfying the condition f dash of c equal to f of b minus f of a by b minus a. Here what is the first derivative? 2x minus 9. F dash of x equal to 2x minus 9. So 2c, which implies 2c minus 9 equal to, put x equal to 11 first. So 11 square. Okay. 11 square, f of 11 means 11 square 121 minus 99 plus 14. Okay. So what we are getting? So 22 plus 14. Okay. So 36 minus, put x equal to 3. So f of 3 is 9 minus 27 plus 14. Okay, so we are getting minus 4. Okay, so minus 4. So minus of minus plus 4 by b minus a. So 11 minus 3 is 8. So 2c minus 9 equal to 40 by 8. So 5 times. So 2c minus 9 equal to 5. 2c equal to 14. C equal to 7. It belongs to the open interval. So C equal to 7 is the point where the tangent is parallel to the secant line. C equal to at x equal to 7, the tangent is parallel to the secant line.